Hi, everybody. My name is Tim Sowers, Vice President of Programming and Community Engagement for Overture Center. We welcome you today to our 2021 season announcement for the OnStage series for students. I hope that each and every one of you are safe, as well as your loved ones in this time. We feel that providing a virtual announcement is the best way for us to assure that we're all safe and healthy moving forward.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mary Rose. I'm the OnStage coordinator. I look forward to welcoming you all back to Overture for fun educational experiences sometime soon. We have a wonderful season planned, including some returning performers, as well as many new shows with varieties for all ages. So let's go ahead and get started and see what the season has to offer. We start off the season on Friday, October 9th, 2020 with Mariachi Herencia de Mexico. They will be returning to Capitol Theater with performances at 10 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and this show is great for grades pre-K through 12, so all ages.
And as Mary Rose said, they are returning to the Capitol Theater. You know, this was a very popular show that we had last year, so we're bringing it back because of their popularity. And in fact, the waiting list for this show last year was one of the longest waiting lists we have ever had. And we really wanted to be able to allow more students the opportunity to see this great group from Chicago. They're Latin Grammy nominated, young Mexican-American artists who have topped the Billboard charts and the iTunes. And they're back with a new album called Esencia, and it's a tribute to the golden age of Mexican music and several Latin music legends. And what I love about this show is these are all high school age student musician and performers, and what great role models they serve for your students.
Son un humilde tributo a tu belleza encantadora, sol pa' que adorne tu frente y tu sonrisa soñadora. Recibe con ellas de mi alma un suspiro y ya me retiro. Va a seguir soñando ser mío tu corazón. Te traigo estas flores.
On Thursday, November 5th, 2020, we welcome Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, the musical, to Capitol Theater. There will be performances at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m., and this show is great for grades pre-K through 3.
This show is presented by the Kennedy Center for Young Audiences on Tour, based out of Washington, D.C. And the show is based on the popular book by Mo Williams. The production combines actors and puppets and music to portray the story of a pigeon who help when a bus driver has a crisis that threatens to make her passengers late. Now, we don't have a video for this show because this is a show that is currently in development.
On Monday, November 9th, 2020, we welcome Doodle Pop to Capitol Theater. There will be performances at both 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m., and this show is great for grades pre-K through 3.
I love this show. I had the opportunity this past summer to go to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, where I saw like 35 or 40 shows in like 8 days. And this was one of the highlights for me. The company is Brush Theater out of South Korea. And the show is very playful, energetic, it's nonverbal, that incorporates live musicians with interactive animation and projections, live drawing and doodling. And it depicts the story of a duo who draws an imaginary world. And I just loved this show. The audience and the children in there, as part of the audience, were so enraptured by what was happening on stage. It just made me love it.
On Wednesday, January 20th, 2021, we bring back the popular National Geographic Live series with The Secret Life of Bears with Ray Wynn Grant. The show will be at 11 a.m. in Capitol Theater and is suggested for grades 3 through 8.
As Mary Rose said, this is part of our National Geographic Live series under our Overture Presents public shows. We present 4 speakers each year who are experts in science and exploration, and we love that we're able to bring 1 or 2 of them each year for school audiences as well. And Ray Wynn Grant is an ecologist and conservationist who works to protect wildlife like the North American grizzly bear. She will talk about the challenges of conservationism when animals' habitats coincide with human populations.
I'm Dr. Ray Wynn Grant. I travel to the most amazing places on the planet, tracking, tranquilizing, and studying some of the world's most dangerous and exotic animals. I'm driven to discover the science that will ensure these animals will survive.
My role as a scientist is to ask questions that haven't been answered.
Each expedition pairs me with a new team in a quest to collect scientific data. The dangers are real, but with the survival of a species at stake, the risks are worth taking.
Here on my arm, I have a Madagascar boa.
When a new species is discovered, I'm there.
The data we collect today is critical for the future of the species.
When a wild animal encroaches too close to humans, I get the call.
She doesn't thermoregulate at this age, so while she's away from her mother, we have to snuggle her tight to keep her warm.
Their survival often depends on humans, so I meet with the local community to share my data and advise them on how to coexist with their wild neighbors. Some say I'm the Indiana Jones of wildlife, but I know better than to be constrained by labels. So I just think of myself as me.
On Friday, January 22nd, 2021, we will present a production of Grace for President in Capitol Theater with showtimes at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. And this show is great for grades 1 through 4.
The show is presented and produced by Casa Mañana out of California, and it's based on the popular book by Kelly DiPuccio, and it follows a young girl frustrated by the lack of female faces in the White House who decides she wants to become the first female president. We thought this was a fitting show to bring to your students during an election year, when it'll tie into that curriculum so beautifully. Now, there is no video for this show because this is another show that the company is just producing for next season.
Everybody's Hero, the Jackie Robinson story, will be in Capitol Theater on Wednesday, February 3rd and Thursday, February 4th, with showtimes on both of those days at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. And this show is recommended for grades 3 through 8.
The show is produced and presented by Mad River Theater Works, and many of you know this company with the past productions that we have presented of Freedom Bound, Freedom Riders, and Walk on the Story of Rosa Parks. And if you're not familiar with the company, they tell a story and they tie in music. And this one is based on the life of Jackie Robinson, the first baseball player of color, including his early life that shaped his character and his struggle to gain acceptance into the baseball community. And again, this is Mad River Theater Works. We're actually bringing this show in for 2 days and 4 performances because of the popularity of this company.
By cutting down all the trees, whoa, no one is lonelier than me.
On Monday, February 15th, 2021, we will present a production of It's Okay to Be Different, stories by Todd Parr, at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. in Capitol Theater. And this is recommended for grades pre-K through 3rd.
Well, this is brought to you by Mermaid Theater of Nova Scotia, and many of you know this company as well for their works that we presented before on stage. Was The Very Hungry Caterpillar, Guess How Much I Love You, and the last new show that they did, The Rainbow Fish, which I just thought was so beautiful and endearing. The company is in development with this piece right now, so there is no video for it, but it'll be true to the form of Mermaid Theater with innovative puppetry and original music, to deliver a message of acceptance, understanding, and self-confidence. And It's Okay to Be Different is a book by Todd Parr, who is a New York Times bestselling author. And that's Mermaid Theater of Nova Scotia.
On Tuesday, February 16th, 2021, Schoolhouse Rock Live will be returning to Capitol Theater with performances at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. And this performance is recommended for grades 1 through 5.
This show is produced by Child's Play Theater, and we've had Schoolhouse Rock Live a few years ago, and they're bringing it back to go on tour. And if you need a little more information about them, some past productions that we had of Child's Play was Tomas and the Library Lady, Go Dog Go, and Rock the President. And this show, Schoolhouse Rock Live, is the perennial classic updated for a new generation with imaginary projections and a rock and roll feel to their show with, Conjunction Junction, Just a Bill, 3 is a magic number. So enjoy the show.
Schoolhouse Rock Live is fun, it's high energy, it's entertaining, but it's also important. We're telling kids about nouns and verbs and how to count by 5s, but we're also talking about women's rights. These songs have just been around since the 70s, so the adults even get involved as well. They love that, it's part of their childhood. It kind of brings them this nostalgic feeling.
When we decided to bring back Schoolhouse Rock Live, we went back into the recording studio with musicians specifically for this project. We wanted to make the song sound contemporary, and like it was just for the kids in the audience seeing it for the first time. But I think the parents too are going to recognize the tunes. So you're hearing Schoolhouse Rock Live in a whole new way. There's call and response, everybody gets to count along by their 3s. So there's a lot of opportunities for the audience to get really engaged with their whole body.
And a lot of shows you're supposed to sit very quietly and listen, but in our show you get to participate, and I think that's really great for kids.
The kids always just freak out. They're screaming, they're shouting, they're clapping, they're laughing. They love that. And that's so exciting for us. But honestly, just anytime those really cool lighting or effects come up, the kids just really love that. And it just really gets them involved in this play.
On Thursday, February 25th and Friday, February 26th, 2021, the UW Varsity Band returns to Overture Hall with performances at 10 a.m. and this is recommended for grades 4 through 12.
The UW Varsity Band is always a favorite with OnStage, and their show contains many musical styles from pop to Broadway, Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars. Their new director, Corey Pompey, puts on a great show. Let me say that again. Their new director, Corey Pompey, put on a great show this year with a lot of crowd favorite in the show. And what I love about them is these students choose to come and be part of this performance. And one of the students, one time I asked them why they like doing this show, and they said, we love performing for students, and we love the opportunity to perform in Overture Hall. So that's the UW Varsity Band.
On Wednesday, March 10th, 2021, The Snail and the Whale will be in Capitol Theater with performances at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. And this performance is recommended for grades pre-K through 3.
This show is produced and presented by Tall Story. Some of you may have seen their other shows that we had on stage before, such as The Gruffalo. The piece is inspired by the much-loved picture book by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. This performance features live music and storytelling and follows an adventurous young girl and her father as they reimagine the story of a snail story around the world.
This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying, "Save the whale."
I feel so small.
Shooting stars and enormous.
Shooting stars and enormous waves.
Shooting stars and enormous.
Shooting stars and enormous waves.
I'm not asleep yet.
There's a surprise.
On Tuesday, March 16th, 2021, there will be a production of Giraffes Can't Dance, the musical, in Capitol Theater at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. This presentation is great for grades pre-K through 2.
This show is presented and produced by the Bay Area Children's Theater and the Rose Performing Arts. It's based on the popular book by Giles Andre. The story follows Gerald the giraffe who wants to dance and succeeds with the help from a wise cricket. The performance uses puppets, African rhythms, and lots of dancing. Now, this is another show we don't have a video for because this production is being developed for touring for next year.
On Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021, the musical Adventures of Flat Stanley will be in Capitol Theater with performances at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. This show is recommended for grades kindergarten through 5th.
The show is presented and produced by Dallas Children's Theater, who we almost have them every season in one of the for one of the OnStage shows. You might remember their Miss Nelson Has a Field Day was one of the shows we had in the past, as well as Mafaro's Beautiful Daughters. It's based on the classic book by Jeff Brown. The play follows a 10-year-old Stanley Lamb Chop who wakes up flat one morning and mails himself around the world for an adventure. Let's watch the video.
Through the pell-mell traveling rain adventure, Stanley, we're so proud of you. You were traveling on the Stepped Express, traveling without return address. You and your butterfly success. You want to travel, you want to go. It's gonna be such fun. Stanley's ready for adventure. When I'm traveling through the mail.
On Thursday, March 25th, 2021, we have another presentation of a National Geographic Live speaker, When Women Ruled the World, with Cara Cooney. This will be presented in Capitol Theater at 11 a.m. for grades 5 through 8.
Cara Cooney is a professor of Egyptology, and in this presentation or show, Dr. Cooney will talk about the reigns of ancient queens and female leaders who are often neglected by history. It's a very relevant topic for today, and as always with these National Geographic Live speakers, they are out in the world helping to shape its future.
We're all searching for what surprises us, inspires us, and pushes us further. Take a walk through time with Egyptologist Cara Cooney live on stage as she reveals a world of intrigue and the power struggles of remarkable women rulers, from iconic queens to mysterious women behind the scenes. When Women Ruled the World. Come explore with us. National Geographic Live.
On Friday, April 16th, 2021, we will present Afrique en Cirque at 10 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. in Capitol Theater. This performance is recommended for grades 4 through 12.
You know, this is one of the companies I'm most excited about this year because I think that they are unique with their cirque and their circus arts. They combine traditional African arts, music, and movement along with the modern circus arts. The company is from Toronto, and it will be their premiere here in Madison and probably Wisconsin. And I love the idea of what they're doing and combining all of this into a very vibrant show.
On Friday, April 23rd, 2021, we present Trinity Irish Dance Company in Capitol Theater at 11 a.m. This show is recommended for grades 4 through 12.
Yeah, Trinity Irish Dance Company, based out of Chicago, is a very popular company when they come to Madison. In addition to the OnStage show, we're also doing a public show. And the company combines the vibrant and longstanding form of Irish dancing, blogging, with American innovation in dance and the American culture. You know, we present the local company as part of our Kids in the Rotunda every year, and it is standing room only. We have to move the show from the traditional Rotunda stage to Overture Hall. So I can only imagine how popular this company is going to be when we bring the Chicago company here next year.
On Wednesday, May 5th at 11 a.m. and Thursday, May 6th at 10 a.m., we present Airplay in Capitol Theater. This is designed for grades pre-K through 6.
I'm so happy to be able to have rescheduled this company. Some of you who had tickets for this year for OnStage knows that because of the coronavirus and the closing of our building, this was one of the shows that had to be canceled or rescheduled, and we were fortunate to be able to reschedule the show. I saw it live, and it is just a breathtaking, joyful show that brings to life the air we breathe through the use of flying umbrellas and balloons and giant kites. It's really just a delightful, heartwarming, and joyous show.
On Monday, May 10th, 2021 at 10 a.m., we are presenting Stomp in Capitol Theater, and this is designed for grades 4 through 12.
You know, Stomp is a classic company. It has been many years since we had them at Overture. We'll be doing multiple public shows. And one of the things I love about the company is when they come to town, they really want to do a school show for students. So we're fortunate to have it in. This is going to be very popular. Unfortunately, I could only do one show. And they're a percussion show using found objects to make music, and then that's incorporated in with contemporary choreography and dance. And one of the fun facts about the company is they began back in the 1980s as street performers at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and now look who they are today. Stomp.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
We offer a lot of resources for educators in addition to the OnStage series. 1 month prior to each show, we will send you a resource guide to help you connect the performance to your curriculum. We also offer art education residencies led by trained teaching artists in literary arts, visual arts, drama, theater, dance, and music. You can combine a residency with a performance to deepen the learning experience, and we can make recommendations for appropriate pairings. These are available for both classroom and community settings, and the sessions are designed for 6 visits but are adjustable to fit your needs. They start at $50 a session, but a stipend is available for qualifying schools. Our professional development workshops help prepare your team to teach some of the same activities as our residencies. And through our group sales program, we offer discounts for students and educators to select public shows throughout the season. You can learn more about all of these opportunities and more by checking out overture.org/educate. Pre-ordering for the season will begin on Friday, April 24th for those teachers who registered to pre-order early. Ordering will open on our website at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, April 29th. Head over to overture.org/onstage to place your order. But before you do, please review our frequently asked question page on our site and also review our How to Order Seats guide to help you navigate the order process. Make sure you have a credit card ready to hold your order. And don't miss the pay later section on the checkout page. So we require a credit card to hold the order, but if you don't want to pay immediately, you do need to complete that pay later section before you check out. If you have any questions or concerns throughout the ordering process, please email me at onstage@overture.org or call 608-258-4165 and I can help you out with any questions as well as recommendations for shows.
I am so pleased to be able to present you all this season. I think it's a strong season of shows. You know, as we were putting this presentation together, I got more and more excited. I can't wait to see Mariachi Herencia de Mexico again for the second time. I'm so excited about Cirque let me say that again. I'm so excited for Afrique on Cirque, somebody new, and Doodle Pop again. I hope that you find the season as exciting. What do you like, Mary Rose? What are you looking forward to?
I'm really excited to see Stomp because I've never seen a production of it. I had no idea that they got their start at the Fringe Festival. That's really exciting. And I'm also really excited for Airplay because I've been waiting for that show all year and it was one of the shows I was most excited for. So I'm really glad that we were able to bring it back so that it'll be on season for next year.
That's great. You have good taste, Mary Rose.
I try. I learned from you. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this virtual season announcement. I really look forward to working with you next season. And if you have any questions at all, you have my information. Please feel like you can reach out to me anytime for recommendations or for issues ordering. And I look forward to seeing you all back at Overture soon.